if you go anywhere on Instagram, people talk about good hooks, good setups, good payoffs, how to go viral. They talk about all these things, but they never actually show you or explain the nuance behind it. My name's James Smith. I work with hundreds of businesses every single year to help them make more money online using social media. So there's a link in the description. You go into there, you put in your name, your Instagram, I add you to the list, pick you at random, don't do any prep work beforehand. Let's begin. Oh, Black Rock Kitchen Design, 150 followers. You should be doing these videos, brother. Design, supply, and installation of beautiful German kitchens. Wow, okay, this is interesting. I like this. Founder led, the guy's front and center. We've got good thumbnails. So if you were perusing through the page, you could be like, oh, actually, I do want to have a look at that. Let's have a quick look here. Clean, luxury German kitchens. Okay. Call for an appointment, showroom visit. Oh, this looks decent. I love this stuff because every person that owns a home is kind of always thinking, how can I make my kitchen better? The kitchen is probably the most underrated room in the house. Okay, let's listen to your content.
So today we posted the following video about 3 things you should never do in your kitchen. Got a whole lot of hate, but it also got 5.4 million views and over 100,000 likes. Number 1, never put your sink on the island. Sinks are the messiest part of the kitchen. Why would you want to create a beautiful kitchen and then spend your days staring at the washing up? Keep your island either completely clear or just have the hob on it.
That's an interesting one, controversial take. I don't know, it's just nothing to do with the content. I'm just thinking, sometimes you're like washing a glass, giving someone a glass of water. I don't know. And also, who does their washing up in the sink? If we can afford your bathrooms, we've got a dishwasher.
Put your sink on a wall run so you can keep your island clear of clutter and those nasty, dirty dishes. Number 2.
So I feel like these points are fantastic. I do like the introduction because you're kind of piggybacking off the video that went viral. But each one of this could probably be its own video. So for instance, you go, last week we had 5.1 million views because I said there should not be a sink in the island. Let me give you 4 reasons why you should absolutely not do this if you design your own kitchen. Then that should be a standalone reel. Then this one.
Save money by having cupboards instead of drawers. This is such a false economy. Yes, cupboards are cheaper than drawers, but they're also much less efficient, so you end up needing more of them.
So this is another video altogether, and I'm not telling you how to like do content. You're crushing it. But this one, I would say, shelves waste more space than anything in the kitchen. And although they are cheaper than getting cupboards, with cupboards we can access things at the back. And you go, if you don't believe me, open the nearest cupboard to you right now. Now look at the back of a shelf, and you go, there's stuff in there that went off in Second World War. There's stuff back there that your mum bought from that happy shopper back in '93. And you can have a bit of fun with it because I think this is another fantastic point.
With drawers, you can instantly see and access everything. With cupboards, stuff gets buried at the back, never to be seen again. Saving money on your kitchen is fine, but just do it in the right way. Don't compromise on the fundamentals of a good, hard-working kitchen. Number 3, have tiles for splashbacks. Tiles are just not a good choice for your splashbacks. They look too busy and the grout discolors over time. Nowadays, there are much better options. Glass to stone to laminated panels.
Okay, I love this. For me, if you want to do 5 points like this in good detail, it's a YouTube video. Each one of these, I believe, should be its own. I didn't know what a splashback was.
So this thing right here is called a splashback. It's a hot,
read my mind, brother.
hod-wearing panel installed on the walls above your kitchen worktops. Its main function is to give you an easy to...
I would say you're doing very, very well already, but I'd say play the game with the hooks. You know, everyone neglects this part of their kitchen. This is called a splashback. And everyone's like, oh, do you know what? I never knew. Maybe I'm neglecting mine.
It's a really neat little bench seat area with coat hooks here. We've got couple of drawers underneath, perfect for some cleaning supplies, what have you. Then our coat hooks here, and then our nice tongue and groove paneling on the back.
Again, I still feel like a hook or some form of setup. You could be like, your front door needs to have one of these areas. I'm going to explain why. Because people really want to understand what they're getting into very early on in content.
Here's everything you need to know about kitchen islands.
Perfect.
For 1, we recommend 1 meter between the island and the nearest wall or run of units. You can squeeze this to 90 centimeters.
So then I would say maybe we play into something like, don't make these mistakes when you design your kitchen. Don't make these mistakes when creating a kitchen island. There's almost like, if I was to say how to make £100 more next year, people are like, okay, but if I made a video on how to save yourself an unnecessary spending of £100, they're much more inclined to listen. So anything that incurs a loss plays into loss aversion, and basically people find the psychological pain of losses twice as bad as the equivalent gain. I'll explain. Let's say you go outside, you find a tenner on the floor. You're like, oh, sick, found a tenner. That would make you like a 5 out of 10 happy. But if you lost a tenner, you'd be like, for fuck's sake, I'm fucking an idiot. I can't believe I lost a tenner. and that would make your -10 unhappy. So really, because it's £10 either way, you would expect the equivalent gain and loss to be on similar playing fields, but it's not how the mind works. So rather than telling people how to do things in their kitchen, by telling them what not to do and the pitfalls and mistakes to avoid, could potentially tap into their psychology even better. So for instance, rather than me saying this is how to do your meal prep, don't make these mistakes doing your meal prep. People are like, what mistake? It just tunes them in a bit more. See, I feel like maybe the music's cool, but I'd rather you just spoke to me and said, have you ever seen anything open like this in a kitchen? This is called a... I'm loving this, by the way. I could just do this whole video on your page.
I think the hardest thing for people when they're buying a new kitchen is that they're buying the kitchen from a salesman, not a designer, most of the time.
Maybe potentially a question here. Who's best to sell you a kitchen? A designer or a salesperson?
And that's not their fault. It's just the sad realities of...
Mr. Incredible Hairline, Mr. Quiff. Now, this is you as you are. Love that. Let's say we're at a 0 and 10 is you as a TV presenter. Hey guys, welcome to the show. Great to see you. Today we've got... And then -10 would be you like, hello everyone, like Stephen Hawkins. Can we try a +4? Because you are presenting in some way. Even I would permit you putting the mic in your hand. So you'd be like, come with me, take a look at this kitchen. We're gonna look at some things to avoid, but some of the things that this kitchen has done so well. Rather than the hands in the pocket, we got a bit of a defensive posture. I feel like you don't know what to do with your hands. It's like that scene at Talladega Nights. Don't know what to do with my hands.
So this thing right here is called a waterfall end panel. It's where you take your worktop material down the side of the cabinet to the floor. It gives you a beautiful hard wearing.
So this kitchen's a really good example of our favourite way of designing a kitchen. So we got a really beautiful...
So this is great, all right? I'm going to throw something out there that I want you to do as homework. And it could bomb, but it could do well. I want us to play with some carousel posts. And each carousel post is going to pose a question. How much does this kitchen island cost? Then as you swipe through, you're going to show me different components. Marble, £1,500, woodwork, £800, labour, £3,000, plug sockets, optional extra £250. So then you could say this kitchen island cost you like £7,000. I'm just throwing it out there. Going to tell you a story as to why. Outdoor my house. I can't talk today. Built a shower. Love it. Neighbour saw me in the shower. I said, oh wait, next time you come back from the beach, get in here. They said, how much does it cost? I said, I don't know, but I can give you the guy's number because he hadn't charged me yet. They said, no, we're not bothered. And then when I found out how much the shower cost me, I went and I told them. They went, oh, we'll get his number. The thing wasn't, did they want the shower? The deciding factor for them was how much it is. And when they had the information on how much it is, they went, okay, actually, that's reasonable within our budget. We're now going to pursue action. So I think I would love to see you bring the price into fray because guess what? If it's like 10 grand, 8 out of 10 people are going to go, how much? How much do you spend on a kitchen? You can't spend 10k on a kitchen. But then 2 out of 10 people are going to go, Bertie, should we get the kitchen done? You know what I mean? So, and then to those 8 out of 10 people, if they can't afford it, just let them be window shoppers.
We all love drawers. Here's 3 things you need to know about the most important drawer of them all, your cutlery drawer. Number 1, the best place for your cutlery drawer is...
See, that everything you said before that is a waste. This visual here, if your cutlery drawer isn't opposite your dishwasher, you're losing hours. You're losing days a year. If there's one thing you want to plan in your house, it's that. I've never thought of this before in my life. Where's ours? Ours is next to it as well, actually. Never thought about that. That is a million view reel.
We all love drawers.
This bit, I think is redundant. Like you should be there with the drawer next to the dishwasher going, when you design your kitchen, it's imperative that these two are next to each other. Why? You know what I mean? Because so many people are going to scroll away when they see a tall guy with an impeccable hairline with a quiff because they're like, they don't know you yet. So unless they're one of the 150,000 people that follow you, they're just going to leave. But
we all love drawers. Here's 3 things you need to know about the most important drawer of them all, your cutlery drawer.
But when I arrive on this bit here, I'm like, this is fire. Fire visual. So yeah.
These 5 things get used. So this thing right here is...
And I just love to see some stuff where you go through people's kitchens that you fitted. They just go, this is why we did this is why we did this. Also, if the homeowners wouldn't mind getting involved, mic them up and be like, Steve, why have you gone with this? You know, bring other people into it. But I absolutely love this. You're absolutely crushing it. There, you've already got a perfect meal. I'm just saying, let's add a bit of salt. Let's add a little bit of salt. But killing it, bro. 720 posts, 150,000 followers, smashing it. Love it. What a start that is. Okay, Shy Areola, 94 kg classic street lifting champ. What is street lifting? Okay, this looks to me like just a load of your workouts. So what I get here, I don't know what you do. I'm done. So in essence, this to me just looks like a page where you just lift weights. Don't know how you are to help me. There's no call to actions. This content, remember, is supposed to be about me. It's supposed to be about helping me to do the things that you can do and you can help me with. Next. Andy Thrive. I help men go from stuck to thriving all year round through structured training, simple nutrition, and good accountability. DM me Thrive to get started. All right. If Thrive's your surname, that's okay. If not, I'm just not mad on the word, to be perfectly honest. Like, none of my boys ever say, like, you know, I'm thriving at the moment. I am thriving. How many DMs for Thrive do you get? I'm going to do it now as well. What's the point? What's the point? DM me Thrive. There's not even a chatbot set up here, bruv. You could have been like, thank you so much for that. So glad you found my page. I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. In the meantime, here's a fat loss lead magnet for you to get started. What's the point? DM me Thrive. It doesn't do anything. I just sit here with my dick in my hand, fucking like, what am I going to do? And what is this, an Instagram link to another page that's got more followers? How's your Thrive online coaching got more followers? That makes no sense. My story.
You need to stop being in a calorie deficit all the time. Seriously, if you feel like you're always dieting and it's not working, this is why. If you're someone who's
Don't like these transitions.
constantly trying to eat in a deficit, but
Wait, there's 3 hooks here. Let's go into this again.
you need to stop being in a calorie deficit
Statement hook.
all the time. Seriously, if you feel like you're always dieting and it's not working, this is why.
Another hook.
If you're someone who's constantly trying to eat in a deficit but never lose weight, or you say things like calorie deficits don't work, you're doing it wrong.
Third hook.
You see, a calorie
Terrible transition.
deficit is a phase. It's just one part of the process until you reach your goal. It's not a lifestyle. It's not supposed to last forever. You see, when you work with the right coach, they'll teach you how to come out of that deficit properly. They'll bring you to maintenance so you can eat more food, you can enjoy your life, and still keep the weight off that you've lost. Fat loss isn't about suffering.
Sorry, it's just a bit boring. And that's me being constructive and kind. I don't like the transitions. I don't like this kind of candid camera angle in the car. It's all very jarring.
This is Suzanne. She's
Cheap mic, way too close to your mouth.
always been into fitness. Training wasn't new to her, but she knew
Okay, go throw this out there. No one cares about your clients. This is the nicest thing I can say to you. No one gives a fuck about your clients. They only care about themselves.
she had more in her.
I felt like I could.
No one cares. No one cares. Now, if Suzanne has accomplished a result, let's say she lost 4 kilograms, make a video about how your audience can lose 4 kilograms, then tie it back. If you don't believe me, this is Suzanne. Suzanne is your reason to believe. She's not what the video is about, because ultimately, I couldn't give a fuck about Suzanne. But if you go, if you want to lose 4 kilograms in 2 weeks, this is what I did with Suzanne, and a lot of people said it wouldn't work, and it did. Let me explain. You know what I mean?
Last year, we lost our gym and rebuilt our lives. And I'm going to share some lessons I've learned from that.
Again, sorry to say, don't care.
This is me about a year into my relationship.
Again, don't care.
Are you not seeing results?
The plebiest thing a personal trainer can say.
You're about to see loads of before and after photos as we
Who's that? What's this?
Last year, we lost our gym.
Don't care.
So, this is me
Don't ever start a video with so.
at 19. Don't worry, I know. So, I'd already been training the...
Don't care.
If you think you don't have time for
Get a proper mic, bro, because that is horrible. That is horrible. That literally sounds worse than just the iPhone.
training, this is for you. See, you don't have a time problem.
You know, like, I'm going to give you an example here. So when people talk really close to a microphone, it doesn't sound that good.
You have a priority problem. This is Kevin.
Don't care. So what we need to do, we really need to think about client problems your clients are facing, then solve them in the content. Because I just watched about 10 of your reels and none of them spoke to me. I could do with being leaner. I could do with feeling better. I could do with eating better. And you gave me no help. Nothing. Talking about your gym, talking about your stuff, yappa, yappa, yappa. There's no helping me, brother. Come on. I want to get on a video and I want to be unable to leave. Did you know that this exercise builds the rear delts to 32%? Cool. I would love to build my rear delts. What is it? I got a hard stop in 7 minutes. Gotta get my hair cut. The alignment coach. All right. I'm going to throw it out there. Do not know what alignment means.
I didn't nearly lose my life because I was unlucky.
You don't need motivation. You need standards.
I was so stupid. I kept thinking that I needed more.
Like, I'm going to imagine I'm a cold audience here because about 1 billion people on Instagram don't follow you. So we need to pretend that someone's cold. Fair play. Well done, sir.
But you can find inspiration from any source if you look.
See, I'm not really getting spoken to on any
I
of
was
these.
caught up in a life of crime, selling drugs, addict.
There was a period in my life where
Was there a...
you don't self-destruct when life's hard. I do it and you. If I had a pound, I feel dead in.
So I need you to start talking to your target audience and demographic. And I watched about 10 there and I have no idea who that is. Founder of the alignment protocol. I just feel like this is such a terrible use of real estate, really. You could have told me what you were. Instead, you told me you're the founder of something you made up. Aligning body, being a business for men ready to operate at a higher standards. I still don't really know what that means. I'd love you to say it, even if you say something generic, like I help men take control of their lives, something like that. I don't really know what alignment means. And I'm a coach that coaches coaches, so I should know what that means really. Okay, let's go for one more. Vanisher Footwear Cleaning and Restoration Services.
Saying, bro, that's a pre-net.
Got some likes on that.
Forces, crease taken out.
Yeah.
Some repainting. I just need
Okay.
to leave fresh, bro. I know you can do late magic. Cheers, bro.
No worries, mate.
Oh, okay. Cool, I'm hooked. I'll tell you right now. For any of you that don't know, we are watching a story unfold. This is a story. It's a story about a man who comes to a shop with shoddy trainers. It's a story about a man who brings his crepes back to life, and we're watching. ASMR. Oh. Oh. I like the eco vibe to this. Like, don't buy new trainers. Your old ones are fine. I need to hear that. I've binned off whites because they got a stain on them. This is great, by the way. This is kind of cool, right? I wouldn't mind some kind of founder-led voice on this. So here today, we got a pair of these Gucci crepes. This part of the train is often the bit that wears out. Most people would throw these away at this point, but, oh, they're Chanel's. I thought they could, oh yeah. And being like, oh, watch this. Today, we're going to get this shoe back to brand new, saving this person. And like, you could even be like, this shoe's £700. We're saving them the money. I wouldn't mind to hear your voice in here.
Oh,
This is actually insane.
Okay, maybe in your hooks, I'd love for you to show me the before, the after, the before, the after, then get into the story. That would be a bit of a preview hook so we could see what is about to happen. That would make me very, very happy. But this is great, mate. This is great. This is really good. I'm loving this. I would also love to see some YouTube content, like how I made 100k last year cleaning trainers, because you could just get some views on that. I watched a video the other day about a company that sells ice cubes and makes $2 million a year. So there's got to be legs in that. All right, short one today because I've got to get my hair cut because I'm going bald. You put your Instagrams in the link below and I'll get round to it later on this week. It's been great. If you're ready to watch another one of these, check out this video here. I'll send you to the last one. All right, bye-bye.